This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Monday, the 10th day of June in the year 2024. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and this is what we're tracking tonight. It was nomination day for the People's National Congress Reform as the party gears up for its upcoming Congress and elections. The party announced late this afternoon that 7 persons were nominated for the position of party leader, with the incumbent leader Aubrey Norton leading those nominated.
In respect of the nominations for leader, of the 218 groups that we field nominations from, 177 groups nominated the incumbent leader, Mr. Aubrey Norton. 9 groups nominated Ms. Amansa Walton Desir. 20 groups nominated Mr. Risedale Ford. 1 group nominated Ms. Walda Lawrence. 2 groups nominated Mr. Gary Bess. 4 groups nominated Mr. Kyle Barrington Greenwich, and 2 groups nominated Ms. Simona Brooms.
Flanked by a number of his supporters today, Mr. Norton entered Congress Place of Fire, confident of his re-election.
I think there are little or no chances of me losing. Look, I have been, from the time I became party leader, engaging party members in party groups. We have rebuilt this party. Many would recall that when I became leader, people were saying they might not vote, etc. We have worked on the ground. I've committed to a grassroots party, and we have been with the grassroots. The party people know me, I know them. And so I have no doubt that the base of this party will support me overwhelmingly, and I think I will do much better than I did in the last elections when I became leader.
According to the party's rules, candidates are nominated by the party groups, both locally and in the diaspora. Those groups total more than 200, and Norton is confident that he will secure more than 75% of the nominations. Telling reporters that he is no newcomer, having been in the party since 1972, Norton said the members of the party are well aware of the sacrifices that he has made for the party. He rejected the contention by some that he was aloof. Meanwhile, Amansa Walton Desir, who was overflowing with excitement as she entered Congress Place with her supporters, said she's up for the challenge. Ms. Walton Desir said the party must unite for the country, and throughout her campaign she will be pushing for greater unity among the people.
So I first want to start by thanking those groups that nominated me, that saw the potential and that have been inspired by the message that I bring. For me, it's about bringing about a change in the culture in the PNC. And so I hope that as we seek to transform and to propel the party into a world-class party, that as we speak to the delegates, they will hear our message, they will see our vision, and they'll come along with us.
Walton Desir said she believes the People's National Congress Reform is the party to lead Guyana. And much like his rivals, Risedale Ford believes he stands a very good chance of winning the election for the leadership of the PNC. He arrived with less fanfare than Norton and Amansa Walton Desir. He said while the party may be in a state of disunity and disorder, the country continues to be plagued by a number of issues. Ford said the opposition must do more work on the ground and to clearly articulate its policies to the people of Guyana.
I believe that I stand a very good chance. The platform on which I'm seeking to lead the party is to rebuild, refocus and regroup the party. The party, I believe, at this stage of its history, has never been weaker, has never been more disorganized. We face serious challenges in terms of our representation, our ability to be on the ground, and be able to meaningfully impact the country at this stage of our development.
During the party's upcoming Congress, delegates will vote to elect their candidates to the top positions in the party. More news coming up in just a moment.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Are you or someone you know in the practice of stealing electricity? Stop. Placing energized wires on roadways, over trenches, dams, and other places can cause electrocution and death of people and animals. To report electricity theft, call us on 225-5251 from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. You can also contact our call center at 226-2600.
A message from the Guyana Power and Light, Inc.
Chance of a lifetime with Lucozade Energize Your Drive promotion. Enter to win a fully loaded Toyota CHR or a ton of cash. $500,000 and $250,000 respectively. Just purchase 2 or more Lucozade 360 milliliter at participating outlets. Write your contact details on the back of the receipt and place them in the marked boxes nationwide. It's that simple. And you're on your way to energize your drive with Lucozade. This promotion runs April 12th to June 7th, 2024. Terms and conditions apply.
The Father's Day Cultural Extravaganza is here again. Yes, it's dedication to Daddy 5, A Father's Dream 2. Featuring Marissa Morgan Bonney, Romel Edmondson, Keisha Sam, Delisha Wright, Simone Dowding, Dolian Harry, Colin Ambrose, Mosa Telford, Frederick Minty, Antoine De Silva, Ryan Hadley, Creative Arts Dance Troupe, and others. On Sunday, June 16 from 8 p.m. at the National Cultural Center. Tickets are $2,500. Directed by Sharon Cadogan Taylor.
Well, the high-level meeting between the Ministry of Education and the Guyana Teachers Union ended today with a number of fresh proposals on the table. Among them, a proposal by the union for negotiations on the proposed multi-year agreement to be completed within 30 days. As he exited the Ministry of Labour today along with his executives, the president of the Guyana Teachers Union, Dr. Mark Light, told news source that the meeting ended in a deadlock, but with a commitment on both sides to consider the fresh set of proposals that could ultimately lead to the end of the strike.
Both parties give a commitment that we'll go back to our members. GTU will go back to its members and the ministry goes back to their principals. So,
quite like before, but what are these new proposals that have been put and by whom? Was it that the union placed new proposals to consideration?
No. I think both parties have given some indication that we wanted to have this matter concluded, and therefore positions were shifted on both sides with regards to how we can achieve that.
Mr. Light explained that today's meeting focused heavily on the terms of resumption, which included the 30-day time frame for the completion of negotiations on the proposed multi-year package for teachers and an interim payment to teachers pending the conclusion of the negotiations. However, he said the Education Ministry, led by its permanent secretary and the chief education officer, has not shown a willingness to compromise on that interim payment.
That was one of the things the ministry objected to again, about the interim payout. So that remains a contentious issue with the payout, and we know it's critical to the resumption process.
So you're holding tight to that?
Yeah, so far we're holding out on that. Like I said, there are some other considerations that were put forward with the hope that the ministry can look at that. If there can be an interim, then they can consider that. One of which is looking at the tighter timeline for the conclusion of the proposal talks.
He said the Ministry of Education has committed to consider the 30-year time frame for the consideration and conclusion of negotiations on the proposed multi-year financial package for teachers. Initially, the GTU had proposed that the agreement span the period of 5 years, 2019 to 2023. But in its compromise, it has adjusted the years downwards from 2022 to 2025. The General Secretary of the GTU, Coretta MacDonald, today laid blame at the feet of the government for the strike action still continuing.
We initiated this meeting because we thought it was enough time from the last time we left, which was May 20th, to now that the ministry would have reconsidered their position. We came with a lot of hopes this morning, but like everything else, our balloons went down because the government is saying, through the Ministry of Education, they're not prepared to budge. We have offered several options, and all of those options were rejected by the Ministry of Education, which is saying to us that the Ministry of Education and the government, they are quite comfortable with this state of affairs.
MacDonald also told news source that tremendous learning loss is taking place at a time when students ought to be preparing for their final examinations.
Well, let me say to you that this meeting today was initiated by us, and that is because we are concerned about what is happening, the state of education in this country. We are concerned that our learners are at home and our teachers are there at home, not being fully engaged. And at this time when it's the last term for the academic year, which is the term for promotions, nothing is really happening. And as you would know, we started this since February 6th. And if you count all those times that schools have been out, our children have been out. As a matter of fact, if you drive the streets of Georgetown and elsewhere, you'll see our learners who are supposed to be at school, they're engaged at wash bays and several other places. That again is another aspect that we'll have to look at, because that's child labor. And to bring them out of that mode and to reorient them into school is another whole process.
Chief Education Officer Saddam Hussein refused to offer a comment today. The government has been maintaining its position that negotiations should focus from this year and onwards, with the Education Minister also stating that while the Ministry of Education is open to some compromise, realistic proposals must be placed on the negotiating table. The two sides have not set a date for their next meeting. The Ministry of Public Works has announced that nighttime flights at the Chetty Jagan International Airport at Tamari will resume tonight, as most of the repair works to damaged runway lights have been completed successfully. Yesterday, a number of flights were forced to divert to other countries after the airport management reported that a storm had knocked out the runway lights and the backup system also. Many of the flights that were diverted last evening were able to land today, and those flights that were cancelled last night and early this morning were eventually rescheduled to depart today. More than 10 flights were accommodated today at the airport. According to the Ministry of Public Works, the crucial runway lighting system incurred damage last Sunday due to severe thunderstorms and lightning strikes. The airport's maintenance crew was assisted by technicians from the Guyana Power and Light Company in their repair works.
One thing you know, man. Jesus. One minute then. Look like you got the whole of Guyana in your shoulder, boy. But right now me had speed him, boy. Guess who come last night and disturbed me for me sleep and telling me why she ain't got nowhere to stay and want to stay here? Who? Dulce. Dulce? The sick thing? Yeah.
You mean the smooth red thing?
Yeah, buddy.
You mean Spanish?
Yeah. Mucho español.
Mamacita.
Buddy, you have to listen to me, buddy.
Yes, Papi.
The play of the year is here. Ronald Hollingsworth brings to you Till I Find a Place in Guyana, the Spanish Connection. June 22 and 23 at the National Cultural Center. Tickets $3,000 and $2,500. Directed by Sharon Cadogan Taylor and Ronald Hollingsworth. Till I Find a Place, the Spanish Connection.
It's that Spanish coming inside. Spanish.
Ramp up your excitement and win the chance of a lifetime with Lucosade Energize Your Drive promotion. Enter to win a fully loaded Toyota CHR or a ton of cash. $500,000 and $250,000 respectively. Just purchase 2 or more Lucosade 360 milliliter at participating outlets. Write your contact details on the back of the receipt and place them in the marked boxes nationwide. It's that simple. And you're on your way to energize your drive with Lucosade. This promotion runs April 12th to June 7th, 2024. Terms and conditions apply.
Mobil 1 is more than oil. It's many oils. It transforms at the molecular level. When cold, it's thicker than honey. When hot, it's thinner than water. Mobil 1 adapts and readapts to last longer. 16,000 kilometers between oil changes. That's your engine evolved.
Sol Guyana is the authorized distributor of Mobil lubricants.
You? You're heartless. Wait, what? Last year I lent you my money, my weight plus babysit your grandchildren. That mean you got to throw it in my face? And you went to the band's birthday and had a grand time. That is the best party I ever went to as a big woman. I could just imagine how nice the party was. No, you almost give me heart attack telling me you bringing them children again. No. Me in missing the niceness. What are we going and enjoy the band's birthday? Well, the mother gonna have a calling sick because I got to perform alongside 12 one mamas. Don't forget to remember Saturday 22nd of June at the National Park. Get your early bird tickets for $2,000, VIP $6,000 at Just Your Size Boutique, White Castle Fish Shop, Fireside Suites, Team Extra Location, Stabrook Market, Stove Top, and in J-Box Office. Compliments of Fireside Grill and Chill and Extra Jail. Fans birthday, we present.
Let's go dancing.
Police investigators from CID headquarters here in Georgetown are supporting their counterparts in Region 1 as investigations continue into the discovery of the headless body of a woman in the Port Kaituma area. The woman was identified by family members who recognized a scar that she has on her body. Her name has been given as Paulette Edwards, and she was just 23 years old. Investigators are now in search of her reputed husband, who has not been seen since the woman's disappearance on the 4th of June. It is suspected that she was murdered sometime between the 3rd and the 7th of June. The body was found in a swampy area in the Port Kaituma community. Investigators have been told that the woman's husband, who is the main suspect in the case, was an abuser, and the woman had complained several times before about being attacked and beaten by him. A 37-year-old former national table tennis champion remains in police custody after he was nabbed at an apartment in Kitty, Georgetown with guns and drugs. The man, Endino Lewis, was arrested early on Saturday morning during a police operation at his De Silva Street apartment. According to the police, a search of that apartment uncovered an AK-47 rifle, a Glock 26 pistol, 830 live 7.62 rounds of ammunition, 4 live .223 rounds of ammunition, 9 live 9mm pieces of ammunition, 2 live .32 ammunition, and 3 AR-15 magazines, 1 AK-47 magazine, 3 Glock magazines, 1 scale used in weighing narcotics, a gun silencer, a quantity of ecstasy pills, 107 grams of cocaine, and 544.3 grams of marijuana. The police said the suspect was told of the offenses and arrested and transferred to CID headquarters along with the illegal guns and drugs seized. Ballistics tests are being carried out on the weapons found as the investigations are ongoing.
Ivy, baby, something's wrong with you. You're heartless. Wait, what? Last year I lent you my money, my weight plus babysit your grandchildren. That mean you got to throw it in my face? And you went to the band's birthday and had a grand time. That is the best party I ever went to as a big woman. I could just imagine how nice the party was. No, you almost give me heart attack telling me you bringing them children again. No. Me in missing the niceness. Both how we going and enjoy the band's birthday. Well, the mother got for calling sick because I got to perform alongside 12 mamas. Don't forget to remember Saturday 22nd of June at the National Park. Get your early bird tickets for $2,000, VIP $6,000 at Just Your Size Boutique, White Castle Fish Shop, Fireside Suites, Team Extra Location, Stabrook Market, Stove Top, and in J-Box Office. Compliments of Fireside Grill and Chill and Extra Jail. Fans birthday, we present.
Let's go dancing.
Look at the breathtaking beauty of the Essequibo. From its pristine rivers to its abundant resources, it's a treasure that belongs to Guyana, and we ask Venezuela to respect the rule of international law.
Our commitment to this land is not just about ownership. It's about preserving its beauty and resources for our people and future generations.
The controversy between Guyana and Venezuela was settled internationally as full, perfect, and final in 1899. Essequibo belongs to Guyana.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyoil is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyoil's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyoil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Monster!
flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors that me crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Bust the flavors. Bust the flavors.
With your regional and international news tonight, I'm Svetlana Marshall. In the region, Brazilian President Luiz Lula da Silva defended his proposal for peace talks involving both Russia and Ukraine in a call with his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin, according to a statement from Brazil's presidential palace on Monday. Lula's special advisor has already signed, along with the Chinese foreign minister, a statement calling for negotiations recognized by both Russia and Ukraine. The joint statement, signed on Thursday, states that both countries, Brazil and China, believe negotiation is the only viable solution for the Ukraine crisis. The two countries support an international peace conference held at a proper time that is recognized by both Russia and Ukraine, with equal participation of all parties as well as fair discussion of all peace plans, the document said. Dozens of other countries have signed up for a summit in June, where Switzerland expects to pave the way for a peace process in Ukraine. Russia has not been invited. Peru's Justice Department said on Monday it has extended by 40 months the pre-trial detention of jailed former President Pedro Castillo, who is charged with rebellion, abuse of authority, and disrupting the peace. Castillo was ousted from office and arrested after his attempt to dissolve Congress in late 2022, setting off months of deadly protests that hit the key mining sector in the copper-rich country. And finally tonight, international news. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken blamed Hamas on Monday for holding up a ceasefire in Gaza as the top U.S. diplomat conducted a Middle East peace mission to deliver President Joe Biden's latest proposed plan to end the Gaza war. Speaking after meeting Egyptian president in Cairo, Blinken said Hamas was the only side that had yet to agree to Biden's proposal, which Washington says already had Israel's backing before Biden announced it on May 31. Washington says its proposal envisions a ceasefire in stages, ultimately leading to a permanent end to the war. But Israel still says it will agree only to temporary pauses until Hamas is defeated, while Hamas says it will not accept a truce without guarantees that the war will end. Senior Hamas officials told Reuters Blinken's comments were an example of bias towards Israel, and it offers American cover to the Holocaust conducted by the occupation in Gaza. In his talks with Netanyahu on Monday evening, the U.S. State Department said Blinken had emphasized the importance of a post-war plan in Gaza, as well as the need to prevent the conflict from spreading. The war has now entered its 9th month since Hamas-led fighters killed 1,200 people and took some 250 others hostage in a rampage through the southern Israel. Israel's assault on the Gaza Strip has killed more than 37,000 Palestinians and reduced most of the enclave to wasteland. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall reporting and encouraging you to stay safe.